Yes. So you will see something very interesting in this King James version.
Mm.
You will discover a very clear contrast here. You see God comparing the things that He made,
Mm.
which we will see in the first verse. Okay? The heavens and the earth.
Yes.
Okay? The universe. With one that pleases Him.
Mm. The might of his power and
Okay.
what he is
The
content with.
one that He's looking at. So, but to this man will I look. Okay? So, in all God's creation, there is something that interests Him. And this thing is found in a man. So, but let's look the verse 1. Let's see those things that He's talking about.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 1.
Yeah.
Thus saith the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
the heaven is my throne.
So, remember who is saying it is the Lord. Okay? It is the Lord.
Yes.
And it's mentioning one thing here, the heaven. Okay? The heaven,
Is my throne.
yes.
And the earth is my footstool.
The earth, my footstool. As big as this earth is in our head. Okay? As big as this earth is, the earth
Is
is
but a footstool.
His footstool. Footstool. Okay? So take note of that. So that you can picture how big your God is.
Yeah, I think we talked about this in another session.
Yeah, we discussed something like
Yes,
that.
and you mentioned something hilarious about how God is cradling this ball of earth with his hands.
You know, sometimes when you sit down, just try to sit down sometimes and imagine how big God is. Hmm?
Yes.
Okay, take this verse for example. You look at the heavens, what you see is this one outside there. Okay? That's what you see.
Yeah.
And if you've been on the airplane, you imagine more, you know, how open that place is.
Yes.
Okay? And then those who have also traveled outside Earth will understand better. Okay. So now, the heaven is His throne. The earth, His footstool. And you know, God looks like a man. Because He created man in His image and likeness.
That's correct.
You see? So now, then you imagine a very big man. Eh? And the leg of that man
Stepping on.
is just on the earth.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how big? That's just the footstool. Footstool. Earth as big as earth? Footstool. Why am I saying this thing? So that you will know first how big your God is. You need to understand. So does it mean that even those tough guys that we know on earth, they are not even significant, you know, in terms of size in the eyes of God, in terms of physical appearance? You see, those guys that you are afraid of, they are not actually threatening to God. How would they even threaten God? What do you think is going to threaten Him if He is that big?
Nothing. Not even the devil himself.
So, because some people used to think that maybe God, He might be so, you know, I don't know how people imagine. Maybe God is sleeping, so the bad guys are going to one day overthrow Him. Who knows whether to belong to the bad guys or to belong to God? Because see, how is everything going in favor? Most things are going in favor of the bad guys, you know. And then you begin to think, is God really there? Is God really there? You need to know how big your God is. When you know that, that is a step forward.
Yes.
And then the next thing you need to know is how precious you are in the eyes of God.